Capricorn, welcome to your just-in-time intuitive tarot reading. How you going, Cappy? I hope you are well. If you are a regular, thanks for being here again. And if you're a newbie, welcome. My name is BRONYA. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. And yeah, welcome to the channel. Excited to bring you through your first reading with me. What else? Yeah, if you do enjoy it, please do like, share, comment. Most importantly, hit subscribe button. I know we always go on about that around here, but it is a the one little thing that you can do that will keep your faves around. So that would be wonderful. I'd be super grateful for that. Drop me a comment. It helps me connect with your energy. And also just let me know where you're tuning in from, what's going on from you, because I love to hear and connect with you as I can. Okay, we've got a couple of oracles to kick us off, Capricorn. I've got number 17, Growing, which is actually one of my favorites in this Oracle of the Angels. And I have number 3, Comfort. So we're being told that there is something blooming or growing or transforming. Maybe you're about to step into a time of comfort or harmony and balance after tending the garden, right? After a hard work time of planting the seeds, of nurturing, of nourishing, waiting for something to grow here. So I think that we've got something changing form, or the fruits of your labors that are starting to show up. So let's keep going. I'm going to link these beautiful decks down below if you want to check them out, add them to your collection. Personal readings and healings are available. I will also link you to my website down below. And you can find my socials for different daily readings, content, and teaching. I'll link that down below. Yeah, we've been told quantum shift. There's a quantum shift happening. The time that the conscious gardener starts to see the blooms. You've been taking action. You've been manifesting, aligning. You've been gardening. You've been gardening. And now the energy can shift. So it's been integrating. So, you know me, I love a good gardening metaphor. And we plant a seed, and it can be the next season before we know, is that shoot going to pop up or not? And we might think it's dormant, nothing's happening. But what is happening beneath the scenes is it's drawing energy from the sun. There's photosynthesis, there's complex biochemical processes. And at some point, all of that reaches the point that sprout can emerge from the seed. That's the quantum shift that you are about to see. It feels Knight of Swordsy, right? Where, things just speed up all of a sudden. Things move fast. Something is growing, and it's going to bring comfort to you. Maybe comfort in knowing, wow, it actually worked. Or comfort because whatever it brings to you is what you were desiring. Oh, strength. You might have been working on this since August or around Lionsgate, or manifesting it since the 8th of the 8th. Leo energy, you might be dealing with one, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. But this is also the strength and courage to persevere on the journey, to follow the heart's call, to take leadership, to hold your vision steady through bravery. That is often, I have a little saying that we receive results in direct proportion to the brave moves we make. And even patience is an act of bravery. Oh, judgment. Yeah, like quantum shift, judgment, last quarter of the game, bit of a divine reckoning, angels trumpeting. It's all happening. It's all happening. Judgment is the step before the world, the last major arcana, where it's like big bang. We enter into our next cycle. We don't just shift into another chapter. We begin a whole new book moment. Judgment is the moment of liberation. It's the moment that there's visibility. Visibility is a key word here, the quantum shift. You see a result, you see an outcome, you see where it's all been leading. You might be on the receiving end of a judgment call. You might be making a judgment call. 2 of Swords. Because there is like a waiting energy, how we talked about the constant gardener, who is patience is an act of strength. Will the shoots come up or not? Will this bloom? Will this bear fruit? Will the roses come this year? 2 of Swords. I'm at the crossroads. Is it a stalemate or is it a threshold? That is the question, you know, and that some of you're waiting for, you've been planting energy and you're waiting for the field outside to respond. Like, will I get the job? Will that person feel the same way? But remember, we can only hold our own center of control. That's where we influence from. And that's the Knight of Pentacles is the constant gardener. It's the farmer who's worked the earth, planted the crop, you know, and is getting ready for harvest. But this is the energy of methodical action. If you haven't been on that journey, it's asking you to go on that. But I think that some of you started this a while ago. Now that's Virgo energy. Might be dealing with one or needing to make like a Virgo. Spreadsheet it. Take efficient action. Make a plan. And then follow it through. Eight of Pentacles. It's not the sexy stuff. It's the necessary stuff. But I think that you've already been doing that. And the Eight of Pentacles is investment of time, effort, energy that is getting ready to grow and quantum shift. I feel this for most of you is around work, career, money, or getting ahead in some way. So with that Leo energy, judgment, Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. But you might be wanting to bring comfort to you and your family. I mean, through that process, if we think about, you know, work, career generally is the vehicle for money, financial flow, but some of you might be, you know, trying to set yourself up in another type of way. What that does, and the reason why we want that so much, is that it brings comfort and regulation to the nervous system. We feel safe, we feel secure, and from that place, once that foundation is in place, that the base of, you know, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, we can start smelling the roses. We can start tending to the upper levels. Oh, what about hobbies and interests? What about love? What about joy? What about pleasure? What about bliss? You know, but it's not until we have the base set that we start to elevate. But you're being told there's a quantum shift happening because you've got something set up here, and it's been a long time coming. I think it's 9 years, but you might have been in a final 9-month cycle. We're in a 9-year this year, numerology speaking, and we're getting to the end of that year. What does that mean? Well, the new seeds are coming. We're moving into a number 1 year. So you're being told you're at the end of a really long, hard work cycle that could have felt like a struggle, and the quantum shift is coming. The quantum shift is coming. Justice, Libra energy, and the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. There's something about October, whether you hear back, whether you see your first rose bloom, metaphorical of course, could be a first client win, or you know your first commission, or you land that job, or something reveals itself to you, and you know that's your justice moment, or you know it's working, it was worth it. Until then, the mind might take over. Eight of Swords, right? And that's quite normal, but can you move into belief? As long as I think it's being an unshakable belief is a safe place to be if you have taken all the action, if you have dealt with your blind spots, your shadow thoughts, if you have genuinely tended to your emotional garden, you know, and overcome feelings of not deserving or worth or, you know, shame or guilt, whatever it may be. And as long as we've taken the action into alignment, that's when we can sit at this beautiful harmony point, knowing that what will come to us will be a return of the energy that we hold and the outcome of the brave action that we have taken. And that is why justice is here, because I feel that in October you see the evidence of that, and you know it's only a matter of time, not only for things to come into balance, but for things to really flourish. So Capricorn, I'm going to leave this here, and I hope you enjoyed this message. If you did, you know what to do. Like, share, comment, hit subscribe. And if you want to learn more about you can arrange a personal reading with the first link down below. You can also find me on the socials, Instagram and TikTok, where I share daily energy readings, reading reels, and I also teach about alignment. I'm wishing you much love and magic. Bye for now.